The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is happening? Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm your host, the Appalachian American. Anyway, I've got coffee, I've got gaming, I've got two of my misfit friends hanging out with me today. Joining me as always, my left-hand man, the author, the wild kangaroo puncher himself, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to another Coffee and Gaming. And we're joined by a special guest, one of our favorites, Tap and Die.
Our friend Tap and Dids. Tap and Die.
Hello. I'm glad to be here. You know, as someone who grew up in the middle class, you know, it just humbles me to be here.
Thank you for actually being middle class. We
Yes.
middle class fellows like to stick together and not associate with those that are actually in the high class society, but say they're the middle class.
Yes. As Tap will tell you.
Yes.
I got blackout coffee and it's delicious. So we're not sponsored, so don't put Men's Room 40 in your in the discount code because we don't have one yet. Maybe yet.
Yeah.
Blackout. Can we get some?
We're all waiting for our Rumble discount codes so we can share them out and hopefully.
Hey, so I found something just a second ago that we could change our camera shape. Oh, that's stupid.
That's a new update.
I don't even like that one either. That's weird.
I've seen that on a lot of streams though. There's a camera filter that does it. Yeah.
I really want when I do stop camera, I really want like the whole screen to be filled up with the Men's Room logo because I think that's cool.
Mm.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever. So, virtual background. Nope. Anywho.
You can finally stream.
Let's play some video games. Let us play some video games.
Did you select
video games?
Video games. Hey, I saw a video it's actually on my story on Facebook and Instagram. And it's Hank Hill singing Creed. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like the one where it's like a dude. I don't know what concert it is where he comes out, but they AI like Hank Hill over him, so it looks like Hank Hill's dancing at a concert while the main theme plays.
I love that one.
Yeah, I was glad to find it at least on YouTube.
He's like jumping.
Yeah.
There was one, and it was Donald Trump, and he come out, and it played.
There was an Uncle Adolf one too.
Oh God.
It was funny. I was like, it was crazy.
Uncle Adolphe. So I have a camera up here pulled up so that I can see my son because everybody left, and it's just me and him hanging out here today. So he's asleep still. So please sleep till like after 9. Please let him sleep.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, All right, now with updates, and we have everything ready to rock and roll. Let's see if this plays any better. How much do we want to bet?
Let's kill some bugs.
Still StreamYard.
In the Go Won't Go in the Go Won't Go Broke news, Velma's been cancelled again. This time,
I saw that.
Stays dead.
For real this time.
Stays dead for real, yeah. It was cancelled, and then cancelled it a year later, and then they've cancelled it again because the ratings were even worse.
Oh.
It's like all these people who sign these petitions don't actually watch the TV shows.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm just glad it's gone. Like, it was. I mean, I know Scooby-Doo isn't exactly like the, but it's fun to watch, It's not high art, but it's still fun to watch, something to chill out to laugh at.
I enjoy Scooby, but like old Scooby, not like the new crap.
Yeah, I don't even watch the new stuff. Like, the last one I watched I remember watching What's New Scooby-Doo, but like that was just because it was on,
Yeah,
but I'd rather at least watch the video. The movie, Zombie Island, that was one of my favorite. I do love that one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Threw a grenade.
Easy on the language there.
Yeah.
At least like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, forget about YouTube. I'm not used to this, so I forget. That's my bad.
Fantastic glory of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, YouTube ticks me off, man. So Elon Musk posted, there was some podcaster or some whatever it was, it doesn't matter. But she posted that she was oh, well, wait just a second, what is that? Oh, that's a 3-star, son. Say word. Anyway, she posted her earnings for YouTube and X. She made $400 on YouTube and made over $2,000 on X. And I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that because, I mean, granted, we don't have that kind of following right now. But if you just look strictly on views, do we get mad views on X?
Yeah.
Versus the crap on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's just gotten so bad.
Yeah. David, were you gonna add your Twitch? Why is it double?
No, I got a stream set up for Twitch.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I just double checking. Usually you post it up.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I do, but I've set up a stream today. So Tiffany Fong, yeah, she makes more money on X with less viewers than she has on YouTube with the same content, simultaneous broadcasting.
Man, and see, that's awesome. Like, that just shows you the censorship and the push on YouTube that you have to have, like,
it's not that.
You have to follow their rules.
Yeah, but it's not just that. She has lots of viewers, right, on YouTube, and yet they take a huge cut of her ad revenue compared to what X takes. But of course, you have to break the minimum on X. Minimum average monthly viewership on X has to be big.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, it's individual. Yeah. Thank you. So I get it on X, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a different set of advertisers. But the fact is, it's dearer to advertise on Google than it is on X. I mean, somebody did a comparison. The same ad on YouTube will cost $30K as compared to $20K on X.
What was what?
But the ad revenue split on X.
Did you just burp?
Bigger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I burped.
David, did you say the N-word?
No.
The what?
No, he didn't.
It sounded like David just said the N-word.
I said viewership. I don't know how you get the N-word. I said bigger viewership.
Nah, dude, something said GGER. Something you said GGER
I didn't
on the
hear
end
it.
of it. I was like,
Hey, look,
that's like
Oh,
the 10-minute
no.
mark. I'm gonna go back to the 10-minute mark because it sounded like he said the N-word.
Christ
Oh,
almighty,
yeah,
I've
let them hear it again so YouTube can go, yo.
I'm like, David.
I don't think he said it. I didn't hear him because I
don't
didn't
think so
even
either.
remember him.
I don't think so either, but whatever it was, it sounded like it.
I guess LMP should have been here. His ears would have been going off.
Somewhere in the world, LMP's like, what?
His ears
What?
are twitching. Like he heard something. Oh, no, he's too busy being surrounded by those Korean women. I told him, watch out for those North Korean spies that be in there.
Oh, yeah.
They'll take him away.
The average Korean woman is like in her 40s. So, yeah. Well, there you go, LMP. You got a new sugar mama.
Shit. Oops. My bad. But he said he got drunk, blackout drunk though the other night.
Look out. Remember.
Throwing up all over the place. But he was just speaking Spanish.
Yeah. He's a cheap drunk though. But so am I, so I shouldn't throw stones.
Sure. Hang on one second, I'll be right back.
All right. I'm looking up for perfect rabbit hunting guide. Like to check rabbit be found. A varmint rifle is the ideal weapon. Rabbits are particularly everywhere. You'll run over your fair share. All right. Just above the O in Meadow or Scarlet. We're actually not very far away from it. Okay. Bet. And of course, we're having issues with internet. Thank you. Thank you so much, internet. Dude, this internet sucks.
Did you see Kamala trying to drink a beer on the late night show? Gosh, it was terrible.
I did see something about that, but otherwise, like, I'm telling you one thing, dude. It sucks. Like, I actually thoroughly, really enjoy my new job. However, anytime you're doing training and whatnot, you know, you're more busy working with someone, than you really are normally. So once I get back in the swing of things, like I'll be driving places by myself. I'll have time to listen to more current events, podcasts, stuff like that, and keep myself up to date on what's going on in the world. As of right now, like I'm working with people, and like I haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to stuff. So I have no clue what's going on. What in the world?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know about those North Koreans in Russia.
I already told you the North Koreans.
I know.
In eastern Russia training right now. They're not anywhere near.
They're not fighting, actually fighting. Wait a minute, you didn't say the training part. You just said they were there.
Yeah.
You said you were there, but you didn't say anything about training. Yeah.
Yeah, they're training. They're about 1,000 miles from the front. You know, they're not even close to.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is it?
They could always just join the Russian army, right? Am I wink wink? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Russia and North Korea signed a security pact, and they've been doing cross-border training for security to secure the North Korean border. So basically, it's a mutual defense pact. If anybody tries to invade Russia, North Korea will respond. It's the same if anybody tries to invade North Korea. Yeah, that's the terms of the pact. And they're doing cross-border training, basically counterinsurgency training on the North Korean border right now, which is nowhere near the war zone. And it actually only involves 300 North Koreans. So, you know, it's not like 300 North Koreans would make a difference.
Oh, yeah. But no, I was just like making a joke out of it because like people were going when people start talking about, oh, here we go, people are gonna freak out just because there's North Koreans in Russia. thinking that really means anything when all it is, like you were saying, is training, which makes sense.
Yeah. It's like how many foreigners are in America right now training? I mean, like 28 countries or something have a training agreement with the United States.
Or vice versa, where the United States is in Norway or Taiwan, New Zealand, or some shit, wherever they are.
Well, not in Taiwan. They haven't been in Taiwan since the 50s.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I could have sworn they were training. They were still training over there.
No, they train out of Guam and the Marshall Islands. They don't actually train inside North Korea. They don't. It's like Korea. They don't actually most of the time they're training in Okinawa, not in Korea. It's like, what?
No, I said Taiwan.
Taiwan, it's the same.
You brought up Korea.
Yeah, in Taiwan, ships come and go, but the U.S. Army and the Taiwanese Army, they train in Okinawa or the Marshall Islands. They don't train in
Those
Taiwan.
places.
They can only train on the beaches. Have you seen how packed Taiwan is?
Oh yeah, because I was watching that video that, I mean, not that anything was happening, but like, just what it might look like if they try to invade Taiwan. They were showing the strategic way they would try to probably go about it. So yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. It's basically the battles fought and won on the beaches because once they go inland, there's nowhere to hide. So it's just basically, it's game over. They'll just nuke the island, basically. But yeah, it's most of it is just I would call it propaganda because nobody knows. Like the first casualty of war is the plan. Okay. And anybody who's looked seriously at Taiwan would know that the anything China wants or anything of value is the chip plant. Everything else is useless to them, right? Remember, the Chinese economy is 30 times larger. The only thing valuable in Taiwan, there's no resources to speak of. Their fishing industry, well, China's again, 30 times larger. So, there's nothing. And it's a nightmare in typhoon season, which is every year. So, yeah, the only thing they want is the chip industry. And pretty much if they built their own, they would surpass that anyway. So it's a matter of pride. They want to make them submit. They don't want them to. They don't want to invade because they'll just nuke the island, right?
Yeah.
It's
trying to get rid of that last remnant of the old, the old Chinese Republic or whatever.
That's it. The RSC is the oldest Chinese republic in the world, and that's what pisses Xi Jinping and the others off.
Sucker. Get mad. That's what I say.
Stay mad, bro. Stay mad. But the thing is, it may look like, and this is the thing, like it's the same with the Republic of Korea. It's actually older than the Republic of North. It's the Democratic Republic of Korea is not the South. It's the North. Yet everybody keeps talking about this wonderful democracy in Korea. Which one?
Right?
Because I'm pretty sure liberals are talking about the North.
Oh gosh, hang on, my son's up. Hold on just a second, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
The prison camps, the censorship, the winning every election. It's liberal paradise, right?
Or prison. You can just go to a prison.
Yeah, you want safety. You want a gun-free zone that's safe, where only the government has guns. Go to prison.
Yeah, and then free food provided for you.
Free food, free housing.
All you got to worry about is the grapes.
That's it.
Because unless you're into that.
Yeah. What are you? Hey, if you're going to have the guy stand beside you and say, "Are you homophobic?" No. Good. Bend over. What? No, I didn't ask. I said. I wasn't asking. I was telling.
Yeah, I showed a coworker of mine because he was real young. He hasn't seen that movie Blood In Blood Out, and I showed him that scene where the main character is about to be raped, and so he's like, so is this guy like gay or something? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Because it's like I guess you think about it with people doing that stuff when they're in prison. It's like, I guess you're just gay, bro. Just admit you're gay.
Well, that's it. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from because, like, up until about the well, it's always happened, but you know what I mean. Up until about the 19th century, people who did that sort of thing in prison ended up getting shanked, and the guards wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah, like no one would tolerate that.
Yeah. But the problem is the shift in society towards and again, it's not a tolerance of deviancy that's the problem. It's the tolerance of power. You know what I mean? They're not doing it because they're sexual deviants. They're doing it to exert power over people. And it's this hierarchical mentality where you get that tolerance on the left of things and saying, oh, you've got to break a few eggs to make a better society, Like they can't, because you know what cope is, right? When I say cope, they say things like breaking eggs. Well, that's a cope, right? They say, we're just making a better society. No, bro, you're coping because you can't reconcile your beliefs, right? You cannot take your beliefs, write them down, and match them to society and say the outcomes are good.
Copium, sucking in that copium.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and Marx actually said it. It was all a scam. He actually admitted it was all a scam, saying that there is no progress. There is only perpetual revolution. Saying that it's not about it's not about power. It's about the struggle. He never wanted power. He wanted the struggle. You know what I mean? That perpetual butthurtness. Because, who's the biggest capitalist? Karl Marx. What did he do? He sold politics. He sold influence. He sold his books.
Yeah.
So, socialists are the biggest capitalists, right?
The irony.
They even sell access to Karl Marx's grave. It's like, wow, you're really taking this capitalism.
Still making that money.
Yeah, you're making that money. You're a real capitalist there.
And then, what was I thinking about that recently? There was there was a YouTuber who's like a monarchist talking about it. He released a video recently about it, talking about, well, yeah, y'all, like a lot of people don't think about it. It was the bourgeoisie that secured y'all, that got y'all the rebel. It wasn't against the king and the aristocracy.
Yeah.
The rich people y'all claim to hate, they're the ones who financed it because they wanted more power.
The bourgeois ain't the rich. They're the middle class.
Yeah. Yeah, well, rich. They were merchants making money. They were getting rich. Yeah, richer.
Who overthrew the monarchy, not the working class.
Yeah. Yeah. And got the working class to fight for them.
Yeah, they got the working class to fight for them, though. But the working class say, "Oh, we're taking on the credit now. Why? Because we've got the guns and you haven't." But you look at the Jacobin movement. What happened to the Jacobin movement after Napoleon? Well, they moved to America, and they established Broadway. Like a lot of Hollywood, they're French, not they're not Anglos, they're French, they're Normans. or Gauls.
Goals. Ugh.
But if you
I
look
don't know
at
what's worse, a German or a goal.
oh man, they're bad as each other. So the Huns are the Gauls, you know. So pick your poison, basically. But
I was
I don't
thinking
know
that
what it
scene from
is.
Rome and HBO. That show. Did you ever see that show? HBO. Rome or whatever they call it.
I think I only saw the
He's
first
all.
season.
Yeah, they're like talking him and Augustus and they Mark Anthony talking. He's like, ugh, Germans goals. You guys like that's what you're giving me.
Yeah, Huns or Gauls. Is that all you have?
It's like, yep, basically, because they were like splitting it up, like, oh, we'll just divide it amongst ourselves to look after, and
Yeah, well,
they Mark.
well, the Romans made the biggest mistake of them all. First, they made everybody their enemy. Then they basically made their empire to the point where their enemies outnumbered them. And then they took their enemies into their army because their armies weren't big enough to contain their enemies. And they wonder why civil war broke out.
Right, every time.
And then you look at who financed the Roman slave trade. You go, my God, look at the time.
Yep.
And then you look at the post-Roman Empire with the birth of the mafia. Who hired the Italian mafia was created to guard a certain trade from a certain country in kidnapping women and smuggling to the Middle East, and in the other direction was opium. And again, my God, look at the time.
I love that little picture we have, that meme we have.
That meme we have
every single time.
Hello, 2024. Did you get the point yet? Coping, yes.
100%.
Pronoun.
The same thing happens when the pronoun nonsense. They want the world to join their delusions so that they feel better about being born out. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
actually, the problem is you're not born delusional and you're not born to have certain thoughts or feelings. Those are all developed. I can speak from personal experience with mental illness where, well, I know there was a time where I did not have feelings of anxiety or depression or anything like that. It's just one day a switch flipped. And for a while there in university, I had a lot of copium. A lot, it's always blaming external factors over which I had no control because it always felt better to explain. It always feels better to blame the devil than blame yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is, if you start having what would be classified as intrusive thoughts, and you don't control them, you don't dismiss them, you entertain them, you actually talk yourself into being mentally ill. I know it's controversial, but yes, mentally ill people
answer a lot of things.
Yeah, it does depend on a lot of things, but I'm just saying, if you entertain intrusive thoughts, you are turning yourself worse. If you entertain your delusions, you're making yourself worse. There are illnesses where, yes, you have no control, but in that time before that, you did, and you had a choice. But because certain people are lazy and want to take the quickest, shortest path to getting power, they will entertain your delusions so that they have a, for want of a better terms, pet, a pet project, for want of a better terms. And that's basically why they embrace gay, they embrace certain religious groups, they embrace certain mental illnesses, not others. Like they don't like people who have depression. They don't like people with anxiety. They sort of tolerate some PTSD, but mostly they're into the more delusional ones, like people who think they're women,
Mm-hmm.
But see, for my writing, I studied the history of sexuality, and transgenderism was a fetish and has been a fetish for thousands of years. But no one ever claimed to be a woman except maybe Trajan, okay? But throughout history, the vast majority knew they were guys and were just perverted, and they knew they were perverted.
Yeah. But they never thought, oh, I'm also a woman.
Yeah, but the thing is, when they bring up Trajan, well, yeah, Trajan dresses as a woman to have sex with lesbians. So,
Someone was being cheeky.
Someone was being ahead of their time, I think. You know, women's bathroom. Hey, I'm a lesbian.
Yep.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm a lesbian. Now, shave my balls. But that's the thing, you know. There's actually a lawsuit apparently against lesbian. Did you hear about that? Lesbian Tinder has been sued because they block transgenders.
Wait, there's a lesbian Tinder?
Yeah, there's a LBGQ.
I thought that was just
no. Tinder has Tinder has categories.
Oh, you mean the categories wise? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, just when you said it like that, I felt like I was just hearing that there's a version specifically for them. I thought they just chose what they wanted, you know, their preferences. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
There's a category.
I was like, what? Okay, yeah.
So why can't I identify? Exactamundo on YouTube says, "Why can't I identify as a 15-year-old black girl?" I guess you can.
Yeah, have black girl magic.
Yeah, well, that I don't know. That movie bombed.
Oh my god! I'm trying to remember who it was. A YouTuber said that movie Precious is they see it as a comedy, not instead of a drama.
Yeah, but when you make a movie for $20 million and it only makes 3 at the box office in 4 weeks, that's a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as Folie de Vue, but you know, pretty close up there. What are they saying? It's going to lose $100 million. It's already going to be.
Oh man!
And the thing is, what this $5 million horror flick has knocked it off top place. It's like, wow.
Oh, that's what I heard. I saw like a clip that Terrified or whatever thing with that black and white clown.
Yeah, they got knocked off by a killer clown. I mean, your clown movie.
I heard that
the irony.
Rough,
the irony.
Yeah, like the irony. A clown movie getting murdered by another clown movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. That's what he gets. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I like the first Joker film, but I only saw it once. Like, as in, like, I watched it, I sat, I was okay, I was enjoying my time. But once the movie was over, I moved on. I didn't it didn't become like my favorite movie in the world, or like I haven't even watched it. Like I said, I only watched it the one time.
I wasn't like these DC fans who got their copium sock out and started huffing on it, going, "This is a Joker origin story." You know, no, it's not. Mark my words, they're going to come out and denounce this. It's not a Joker's.
I enjoyed the first Joker movie, but I also only watched it once.
Yeah, I watched it twice, but the second time was a hoist the flag. I only did that because I wanted to. I only watched it a second time because I wanted to be sure. And yeah, going through it, there's musical cues and they were well put together about when he's mad and when he's not mad, and you can actually see the fact that Arthur, his laughter started as a coping mechanism, you know. As a story about a man's descent into madness, it's a good story, but it's not $1 billion story. But so they had to wear the skin of a better IP. You know, you understand, right? They had to wear the skin of Joker to sell that movie. They never expected to make $1 billion, and they were happy. Yeah. Of course, they were all happy. But Joaquin
and they were like, "Oh, let's try it again."
Yeah, but Joaquin Phoenix said, "Well, let's make the movie we intended to make the first time." And everybody was on board. But then the management changed at Warner. So Todd Phillips went over and got a guarantee that the studio wouldn't backtrack and undo all the previous projects.
Mm-hmm.
Because, James Gunn was going through, and they made it clear the Joker wasn't a DC movie. They were going to show the DC logo, and they were going to kill the Joker, right? So that they wouldn't be a DC movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, Todd Phillips would get free reign to make the movie he intended to make all along. Because he did not make The Hangover. Yes, he directed it, but he was only hired to direct it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was until most of Todd Phillips' movies, and goes for most Hollywood directors don't make a story. They get given the script and they fill in the blanks because the script is just the dialogue. Sometimes scripts don't even have settings. It's up to the director to do the settings, the lighting, the casting, etc., right? All the interpretation. They usually get a year to do that, but with the Joker 2, it took 2 years to put together.
Yeah, it's like that's what they're like. Whenever you see, the credits, you have the director, and then there's the screenwriter or the script writer.
Yeah, you have the screenwriter, and then which is actually just the head writer. It's not actually most of them have at least 20 people involved in the process. Where you have the script writer, the editor, the dialogue coaches, and so I mean, not every time, but. Basically, you look at Star Wars, the original Star Wars had 20 writers working on it. You should never know that if you saw a George Lucas interview pre-1983, He took sole credit for a long time. But you look at most movies, the directors take sole credit and often put themselves in the writing credits.
Yeah.
But Todd Phillips said, the Joker's not an origin story. And so I look back at it and go, yeah, they skipped his childhood, but most of the crimes weren't committed. And I checked, most of the crimes weren't committed by the Joker. The Joker is a persona created by the viewing public. I think the only time he said, I don't actually think he said the Joker ever in the movie. I tried to find it. I know he said the joke's on you when he was talking to De Niro. Do you know De Niro's the only one who got fired?
Wait, hold on, real quick, back up. Wait, didn't he say Joker? Yeah, he does say Joker once when he says when you introduce me. Doesn't he say to introduce me as Joker?
Oh,
yeah, he does.
Sorry, but I'm saying, the Prince of Crime, right? The Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
I
just wanted to clear that part up before. Yeah.
Sorry, when he's introduced to Murray, that's right. He says yes, but I mean anywhere else, not in the court, not in. Joker 2, anything. It's the only time, that one time he said it's said. It's never mentioned anywhere else, and it did fuel the fire. And I think the only person fired was from the. I don't understand why they fired Robert De Niro, but apparently it's something personal, nothing to do with the second movie. It was just, I think it was a personal disagreement between him and Phillips about the character. He wanted to be in the second movie as flashbacks, and he just wasn't having it. Told him to, so they eventually fired him because it was the only way to stop him from coming on the studio lot,
Yeah.
So, he was fired for harassment because he was never in the second movie, but he was harassing, trying to get himself into the second movie to do the flashbacks.
Oh, well. I mean,
I actually think
nothing much lost on that one, right?
Yeah, nothing of value was lost. Same with the fact that the movie's going to bomb and be taken off HBO Max after 28 days. Is it 28 days? I think it might be 35, but yeah. I think they're going
Somewhere
to
like
take
a
it
month.
off.
We'll just say month
Not
average.
sure.
Yeah. After it's initial, after they've met their play obligations, they're going to take it off. Yeah. They're never going to make their money off that movie. It's
Well, it's their own fault. Like, but
look, from a writing perspective, there's two things you have to keep in mind. If you write for the public, you have to write the stories the public like. If you write for yourself, don't expect to be anything other than a niche product. Now and again, yes, a niche product could break out. I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
But that's not a guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee, particularly when, like, Pokemon was a niche product, yes, but it had no competition. Batman was a niche product, yes, but it had no competition. I'm just saying, if Harry Potter broke out, but it had no competition. A lot of these IPs that done well because they had no competition. Pardon me. But normally, you look at how many Superman, or not Superman, how many superhero-like movies have there been? And there's been some pretty amazing movies out there, but they never become IPs because they're not backed by a major brand.
Yeah. They're niche.
And so they become very niche, like Priest. Priest was an amazing gung fu movie on the realm of John Woo, but it never broke out of its niche of being a Korean production. You know what I mean? Even though it didn't have a Korean, I don't think there was a Korean in it. But I know Priest is a comic book, right? About the last.
Yeah.
About the world is taken over by vampires, and again,
Yeah, it's been I remember that. Yeah, it's been a while, but I remember.
Better, it was a way better movie than Blade.
Oh, now slow your roll there down. I mean, I don't care. It's fine. But I prefer Blade over Priest. Yeah. But I mean, if you like it better, that's fine. I don't. That's your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at, okay, let's say Blade 2. It's definitely better than Blade 2 and 3. But it never got its sequels. And so we'll never know. But
yeah.
But there are, I mean, well, any anime fan will tell you, hey, is this, you've only got the first season? Wow, is this your first time? Because I mean, pretty much since the 70s, there's rarely an anime that ever gets a complete run.
Oh yeah, I know that. I think the only one that I remember getting complete was what was it? Full Metal Alchemist, the second anime, Brotherhood, or whatever it was called. Yeah,
and then Full Metal Alchemist was wasn't even a complete run, and second season was a retelling of the first. With more of the backstory, which completely altered everything.
And then, but that's why I like Brotherhood. Like, the first one was like, yeah, it has its charm, but then I'm like, I just rather watch Brotherhood because it's just they did the story different, yeah.
But it was much better, and you actually understand. Wow, yeah. Now I understand the alchemy. That there is a medium they don't understand, and that medium is controlling the exchange, and decided that it decided that Alphonse was going to be, I guess for laughs, God's this prankster, basically. Hey, you're a living, walking metal suit now. But you don't actually get a conclusion to Brotherhood until the movie. And that you find out that's what the Brotherhood want. They want to take over. They want to be God. They want to open the gateway and basically kill God and be God. And they think that a living metal suit has the power of God in it because, oh, did you just crash?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Crash.
I think it's the first time I've
PS5.
seen him crash.
Yes, it is near. It's like west of Braithwaite Manor. I can show you on a map here in just a second.
Oh wow.
Good recovery. Good recovery.
I always hate it when a game crashes on me.
Right,
I mean, mine doesn't even show a message. It'll
right
just suddenly
there.
go
Well,
dark and goes to
that's
the
the
main menu.
Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Panther. The Panther's right there on that right where my cursor is. That's where you can find the black puma.
Yeah, g'day, Kitty. Yeah. Now, the thing about the black puma, you got to remember, it can ambush you. So you got to have the water at the back. Otherwise, you won't be able to. It will always get behind you. Now, occasionally, you can find a high spot where it will come straight at you, but that's rare. Yeah, the last full anime I saw, I mean, Bleach was never finished. Naruto was ongoing. Vinland, I think that they wrapped that up because the creator died, but that was one of the few that they ever made full series run of.
What about what was that other one? I know they called it Samurai X, but I think it was called something else.
Yeah, Samurai X is the US release. Its actual name is Rurouni Kenshin, and they did do a couple of seasons of that, but it was never a full run. But they are looking to try and do a full run of that. But I don't know what's happened to the project.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because I think wasn't. Go ahead.
So I was just going to say they secured the rights to make a full run, but I don't know what they've done with it because of the Achoo disease, you know.
And then just that, like, remember the creator was caught with that CP?
Yeah, that might be it too. You know, oops, we'll put this, we'll get our money back and we'll just put this in the drawer for 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, there was that problem in Japan though for a long time though, you know, and I know that it embarrassed Japan a lot, but it's a worldwide problem. But in Japan, it was a particularly. I don't understand why Americans pick Japan out from the rest of the world to basically hammer them about it when you can go to bookstores in New York and find Candid magazine and stuff like that, or what was going on in Ukraine throughout the 90s. But you know, they'll attack Japan because it was an easy target, right? Japan couldn't fight back at the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying don't go after it. I'm just saying, it was
there was plenty of other people going over there. Yeah,
it's the fact that they had tunnel vision to everybody else, you know.
Yeah,
they made it.
They targeted one when there was a bunch of them who should have been, who should have felt that punishment.
Yeah, particularly when a certain magazine was owned by a certain large publishing company. Candid magazine was owned by Playboy, and if you ever heard of the magazine and understood what was in that magazine, you would want to dig up Hugh Hefner and set him on fire.
Shoot.
But those things were gotten away with back then because of politics. Hugh Hefner.
Bought and paid for.
Bought and paid for. Politicians, left, right, and center. He had a lot of politicians in his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Hollywood. They had Senator Lieberman. Remember Senator Lieberman?
No, I don't remember that one.
The guy
right off the top of my head.
Games.
No.
He was the guy who went after the video games for violence.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I like the only reason I don't think
okay, I
of
do
it is
remember
because
that.
when that happened, I wasn't into video games like that. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
know there was a whole thing about the panic or moral panic, and I didn't hear about it because
Yeah.
I didn't care.
'Cause
Like
people
I didn't
keep
follow that stuff.
associating the moral panic with Republicans, and I'm going, Lieberman wasn't a Republican.
Hmm.
I don't know when this cope kicked in, and basically, though I think there were a few Republicans involved in the moral panic. I just can't remember their
Mhm.
names. But I remember I was in, I think it was in first year of high school, and Joe Lieberman was here in Australia screaming about Dungeons and Dragons. That's how I first heard of him. And he was like demon worship, was saying it was demon worship, like that, like he was a Southern Baptist priest, And he
It's
was
like
really
it's just
clutching
a
pearls.
game. Like it's just role playing.
So I could, of course, then, yeah, but and then
You're
came
roboting
Doom.
out, or either I'm having problems or something.
Who's roboting?
I'm not sure.
So I don't hear any robot. So, mate,
You're still hearing the roboting, Seth?
I hear robot, and David's robot and Big Me.
Oh,
but he doesn't. But Tap doesn't hear me roboting.
I do. That's why I keep asking. Like, is it you or is it me?
Yeah, I think it's you.
Okay.
No, I don't know
anyway.
exactly when, but Lieberman, I think it was Doom and others, violent video games, And I remember this one where it's this Atari game, and you're looking at it and going, it's just dots on a screen, it's the most bare basic graphics. It was like asteroids or something. It's like, man, if I was this guy's assistant, I'd be like so embarrassed. Because he didn't set that up. He wouldn't even know what an Atari was. It's just like, if I was this guy's campaign manager, I'd pull him aside and say, fire your assistant, Yeah, like, he just really goofed. I think it was about 96 where the whole moral panic started to crash and burn because that's when the Clinton, they set themselves up for that with the moral panic, they set themselves up for a Clinton impeachment. And they just exposed what hypocrites they were.
Yeah. Just trying to get votes, really.
Yeah, trying to get votes, and well, they tried because remember they did the moral panic because they wanted to rip the evangelical vote off the Republicans because the evangelical vote was key to the Republicans winning elections. So they ripped it off them by clutching their pearls over violent video games and sex in books and all these other things,
Yeah.
Oh, guess what?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Somebody said today, it's Hillary Clinton's wedding anniversary.
Cool.
Her anniversary.
Wedding anniversary.
To who?
1975. She married Bill Clinton on this day.
Oh. Okay, I guess good for her. Even though she's not sleeping with him.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Right here.
Don't care. Don't care.
Did that play right?
Yeah, I heard it playing right.
Yeah.
All right.
She also released a book, and apparently the sales are less than stellar.
Don't care.
The thing I wanted to point out is that the Democrats didn't go to her book launch or to her event for her wedding anniversary. Apparently, neither did Bill.
They're like, oh yeah, we got married.
We're still married? Oh, okay. Hi, Hillary. I'm on the other side. Which city are you in? I'm in the other one. Oh, I got this. I got
God.
this thing.
I hate democracy so much now.
Yeah. No, but Trump was right. What's the biggest threat to democracy?
Mm-hmm.
Trump said stupid people.
Democrats.
Well, that too, but the people are retarded, or how that dude say it about the...
Oh boy, the Democrats are going to be screaming at the moon for a couple of weeks about that statement.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care.
I think it's funny. It's a good good source of humor watching them scream at the moon.
Yeah, I scream at the moon sometimes. It's literally at the moon. I see the moon and scream at it. Right now, just come on.
I really piss off Democrats when I say, you're the reason why aliens don't stop here.
Yeah.
Aliens
Just
are
watching us in amazement.
Yeah, we're the petri dish. They're just like, oh yeah, the viruses are flinging stuff at each other again. The monkeys are flinging poo again.
Mm-hmm. That was funny. Someone did a community post on YouTube, showing that the guy saying, I'm a white racist, but I really do like this Middle Eastern or something like, I think Somali. I forgot what he said. And some guy said, like, dude, and he's like, I'm Muslim brown and all that stuff, and I can't believe you like that monkey slop. It's like, you're a disgrace to your race and all that. I was like, oh my god, like, so he's like, you're a disgrace to your race.
Oh yeah.
Like, the most diverse group in the world are racists.
Oh yeah, they are. Because they see non-mixed races as a threat to their existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're so obsessed with race mixing, because certain groups are all race mixed, with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start claiming your cultural identity as theirs.
Oh well. Was there anything? Oh, so Leif got his power back though. I'm glad to hear that though.
Yeah, he got his second generator. The
15.
Oh, he had got a second generator.
15 days.
First one was a solar panel.
Solar generator.
Solar generator
Oh.
keep his fridge going, but he couldn't do the well pump until he got the propane.
That's crazy though. How his power was out like that. And anything new I'd heard was that a coworker told me that Texas was sending some of their electricians out that way too to help out with the repairs.
Yeah, because there's a lot of down wires and twisted. The thing is clearing is the biggest job. But it's going to take a lot of people to clear the debris.
Yeah. But
I hate the political.
Is there another one? Yeah.
Yeah, there's Milton and the political opportunists are out saying, "Oh, we've got to give Bill Gates billions so he can do weather control," and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, because they're going to be so responsible with it.
Yeah, you're warned about this so many times. You've got a generation so comfortable that anything above 27 degrees is a melt. They have a meltdown. The people who live in air conditioners and weather. Oh, the weather's terrible. I wish somebody would turn off the rain. Get rid of the rain. It's interfering with my gardening.
Oh yeah, because like I'm not hearing about people like at my job, coworkers complain about, oh, I want it to be cold now so I can wear my sweater. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, just who cares? Just wait. Like you're fine. It's not like it's as hot as it was during the summer, but they still want it colder.
The thing is,
So we can
and
crab.
John, yeah, oh, nice. And this has been proven time and time again. We've had 6 major ice ages. Which weather
Yeah.
do you want? Okay, because we've also had a time where this planet was so warm, most of the life could only come out at night or lived in dense forests.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have a climate. We've had climates.
Mm-hmm.
And climate change, well, that started 16,500 years ago when the ice melted.
Right? Like it's been getting warm since. And I know.
And you know what's going to happen when it peaks? Everybody's going to bitch about how hot it is, and then they're going to start talking about how climate change. Oh no, we have to reverse climate change. Why? Because it's getting colder and colder and colder. The climate change is the
I can
biggest
hear you
scam
roving
in the
out
world,
just a little bit.
because no matter what they do, it's just about extracting money, right? So they're never going to solve it, because then if they solve climate change, they can't have their high taxes, they can't have their weather modification programs. Oh, sorry, weather enhancement programs. They can't have their little rainmakers and stuff like that. You know, we've had droughts. I mean, I don't know when it was, but one of the longest period in history. There was hundreds of years when there was no rain. There was hundreds of years. There was actually a period where there was actually, I forget what it was, where the earth apparently stood still. There was daylight for weeks.
That sounds crazy. When they're
It
close for
was, but
the
we've
Earth
had
just sitting there. Yeah.
But there's evidence that this planet was once on its side. You know, the North Pole was.
Yeah.
The North.
Sorry, everything. Yeah.
So, the North Pole wasn't always where it currently is. And there also used to be a landmass there. It got swamped it actually got so depressed and ground down by the ice. You look at Greenland.
Don't tell that to Greta.
Is underwater.
How dare you?
She is the
she'll
biggest
freak out.
POS in the world. Why couldn't she be given $10 million tax free? And that just shows you the power of manipulation. That gullible people are the biggest threat are a threat to democracy, because not only will they believe the lie, they'll defend the lie. Even when it's proven a lie, they'll still defend it, because what if it's true? What? We just proved it's a lie.
Right?
No, what if it's true?
And I believe the lie.
Yeah, because they don't want to be proven to be fools. They don't want to be a fool. They don't want to be seen as a fool. And they don't want to be seen.
Too late.
Yeah, too late. But you know what I mean? In fashionable circles, where you actually see them on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Everywhere you go now, they're saying, "Oh, you're just not evolved." And it's like, evolved? Oh my God. They actually think progressive means they're going to be evolved, that they're going to be humus superiorlis. Really? How Aryan of you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's exactly, wasn't that progress? Oh, how 1940s of you, because that's exactly what the 1940s was about, bro. Declaring you're superior, And exactly what are you going to evolve into? Oh, the perfect society. We teared it down, and what the perfect society will go ka-ching, and it's like,
you dummy.
You dummy. 10,500 years of commerce has led us to capitalism because most people recognize the fact that you can't take more out than you put in.
Don't tell that to Disney.
That's well, Disney's a scam on a whole other level. Just ask Disney who's their why is Merrill Lynch and the Pentagon and all these other companies not listed on as contributors to the BlackRock Movie Fund, which pretty much controls Disney? I mean, where do you think all this Disney gets all their money from? It ain't Disney. They've got no cash.
Yeah.
Remember, they're $2 billion in the hole without investors.
That's the first thing. If Trump won, he start telling them to run audits on these people. If it can do something, but
Yeah.
No, I fell.
Speaking of audits,
That's if you can get in, man. I have a big feeling they're gonna be pulling some stuff, and I don't really want to early vote, but I think it's probably better safe than sorry.
That's what I do. I always did early voting.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, last year I did early voting, and there's an online website that you can go to and see your results. Well, last election, I went back and couldn't find my results. And it really just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, I kind of don't want to do that again because I can't see what I voted for. I don't know. I thought you'd be able to see
check my vote.
your ballot and whatnot, just to make sure that they got the right thing and make sure I voted for the right thing. And it wasn't there, and it really bit me out of shape. So I'm not a super big fan of early voting, but if they're going to be doing DDoS attacks and stuff like that, then maybe we should,
Well, hey, like I said, I always did it early so I could get out of the way. It wasn't as full.
Yeah. Where I'm at, it's never full. There's never an issue on getting there and voting. Like, it's not, that's never been a problem for me where I live. I have a small town. The district is very small. And stuff. So, I mean, it's just one thing. I understand, like, big cities and stuff, it's probably a lot easier and more convenient. But where I'm at, that's not an issue. So
yeah, I live in a big city, so
yeah, I bet.
And it's not like anything crazy. It doesn't even feel like anything crazy. But once you like go somewhere for something like that, you see how quickly something gets full. It gives you that kind of perspective on how, because you're used to it, and then like it's not like New York where everywhere's got these big, humongous buildings everywhere. You know what I mean? Only like in like certain areas, like downtown or something like that.
Yeah, I live in a city like that. 90% of the buildings are only 3-story, and we have a lot of units though, but most of them are only 3-story. Around here, we're starting to get a few bigger ones being built. Oh, I like this community note. The New Zealand ship that's the New Zealand lesbian ship captain did not sink the $100 million vessel. It says the vessel was worth $61 million.
Oh my god!
They only corrected the value. That's a good community note right there. She didn't sink a ship worth $100 million. The ship was only worth 61.
Man, it was $1 million ship. Like that just that makes it better.
Yeah, it's like, thanks, LMP.
And it's funny, it was originally like a ship from like I think Norway or whatever.
It was
and I honestly,
it's a survey ship from Norway. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I saw the picture what it looked like originally, or its original color, and I was like, oh wait, that's the same ship from that that movie, the North Sea hijacking.
Yeah, it's a survey ship. It's not a warship.
Mm-hmm.
They were surveying the atoll for climate change and trying to measure.
Oh my God, climate change again.
Yeah,
rears its ugly little head.
They were trying to find effects of climate change on the Samoan atoll, and the station keeping system broke down. And instead of dropping anchor or sailing away, she just sat there and waited. And when the ship, she just literally sat there and did nothing, and while the ship floated into the reef and sunk. And it wasn't only then that she called for all hands on deck when the ship struck the reef.
Holy damn.
Yes, she sunk the ship. She was in charge.
Mm-hmm.
She never called for hands on deck or anything until it struck the reef. She knew the station keeping had broken down. Where was the rest of the crew? Well, like all DEI highs, they were playing cards in the mess. None of them were doing their job. That whole ship should be court-martialed for negligence of duty. Negligence.
Right.
Duty. Because there should have been somebody who sounded the alarm when the ship's engines came off. Instead, they just kept, they're a bunch of basically lazy assholes.
Yeah.
But
bunch
that's
of
the modern
Kiwis.
Navy. That's the that's the rot of the left. Do the least, collect the paycheck.
Yeah.
You can't fire me. I'm a diversity hire.
Well, what was it, like 11% of their Navy was sunk basically, or something like that?
Well, more like 50%.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's all it does was a survey.
Yeah, survey ship, Wow.
Probably the most on there was a few machine guns or something.
Not even that. Wasn't even armed.
Oh my God, seriously? Not even like some rifles or whatever?
Nope, nothing.
And I wouldn't trust them with guns anyway, right?
Yeah.
I know Bering did a good video on it. I haven't listened to Australia there. Excuse me, sorry.
New Zealand,
And
yeah.
I'll be listening to him every once in a while. Listen to him, and I'll be have a laugh.
Yeah.
I remember his old avatar too. Was like it was the bear from that cartoon Total Drama Island, and then he changed it when they tried to copyright strike him.
Okay.
I mean, it worked out. We got a new character. That's all it was. Simple.
So, yeah. Just look, my cousin used to do artwork, and in the early days of Disney, they never said anything. They said, "Yeah, go ahead." When Walt was alive, a lot of kids, a lot of artists were pretty much allowed to draw Mickey Mouse for kids. A lot of painters would say, "Hey, we're drawing a kid's wall," and they would just say, "Don't bother. Don't worry about it. Can we do it? Can we do it?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead." But Eisner, he was pretty much calling the lawyers. So he and his buddies were all shut down, and like that. That was the beginning of the end for Disney, because a lot of kids, they started getting Pixar and everything else. And so what did Disney do? Like a jealous bitch, they went around buying up all the IPs that were doing better than them.
Can I help you?
Make a fella real happy.
And I really wish a lot of these companies didn't sell out to Disney.
You're sneaky with
Mm.
Morgan. I know your type.
Yep.
Don't mind me.
Because they kept Disney alive when it should have gone broke. No, well, Disney should have gone broke. You know, you brought in a bunch of crooked businessmen to run the show. You know,
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Iger. You
What do you
know,
want?
what's his claim to fame? Oh, I directed I directed the Olympics. Oh my god!
That's all he did.
Yeah, that's his one claim to fame. He was he was an office manager, and his only directorship was the I think it was the Utah Olympics. Yeah.
What year?
You know, Mitt Romney's little project.
Oh
Hello, Uncle.
Where he
well.
basically got the
But
government to
it's what-
buy a mall. That was, I mean, yeah. We need a large block of land. Oh, this is okay. The mall was broke. They needed a large lot of land, but you don't pay full price, right? Not for a broke
Mhm.
mall. But
I've come up with some
you know,
ideas for ways we could improve.
they
things.
all of just because they all happen to be Romney donors. I mean, but then again, you know, everybody in Utah thinks Mitt's on their side. Well, they're learning the hard way, aren't they?
Yep. So you
But that's
send
the
me some more
problem.
pictures.
It's a problem when, you know, when you do have cults like that, they really give you a bad name. You really want to distance yourself from them, but at the same time, you think, oh, you know, they vote for you, so they
They both.
yeah, and then they don't
Right.
vote for you. You might, you know, you might as
get that
well
vote
hang
block.
Utah. Yeah, you. That's what they do. They roadblock just so they can get an
Yeah.
so they can they hold out their vote so they can get an extra 100 million for some bloody highway project. Or you know,
Yeah.
or another. I mean, you have some of
Yeah,
the
they got
most
something they going on.
yeah, you have the most expensive roads in the world. You know,
They ain't worth shit.
yeah, they aren't worth shit. Yeah, I mean, we got our fair share of goat tracks with holes and you know wines which make no sense.
I always hated that. Oh my god! Okay. Sorry, I got killed.
I hate when you're going down the road and then it goes like this, like this, like this, and then like that. And it's like, why couldn't you just go straight? They say, well, because you get
Yeah.
tunnel vision. You know, you can't have people going in a straight line too long. Then just make one big, long, gentle curve, you moron.
Right. Oh man, I hate. Like, and then like when they don't even like patch up the roads for the longest time, like for the over here for the longest time there was like a restaurant was or whatever. There's some areas around where I work in for years there was all these big giant potholes and they barely fixed them. Like maybe a couple months ago they finally fixed them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this thing was like this for years.
Oh, that's a freaking lootly. I remember my old street, and it was like, it was fine until the flood, and then it was buckled, and it was never fixed. Nobody drove on it again. Everybody just kept moving. Everybody just moved out. Eventually, they probably fixed it, but you know what I mean. The whole street.
Yeah.
They just come out, you know, roll down the street like it fire, you know, like it, you know, they'd idle practically just rolling out the street because it was just, you know, all over.
All right, hey, I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Mm.
Alrighty. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on. I just went ahead and played some Call of Duty now, real quick. Once I can try my because I got like a what do you call them challenges, daily challenge, whatever. And I got one that looks real easy. I just got to get 7 shotgun kills, and there's actually a shotgun I've been wanting to try out, so it works out perfectly.
Yeah. See, that's why I like Doom.
Mm-hmm.
No daily challenges.
Pretty simple, yeah.
Very simple game loop. They don't have a hissy fit if you use the cheat codes to reload. And it's got a massive modding community.
Oh yeah, I've heard about some of the crazy stuff they come up with.
Yeah, and I miss the old modding community where you had basically female demons.
Yeah, I remember that one. Someone did like a meme video off of that one.
Yeah, there were a lot of nude demons. I think that they cracked down hard on the modern community because of all the pizza stuff. You know, that's
Oh my god,
fair.
of course.
That's fair. But
like there's always
those fanatics who
but they had to ruin it by doing it in the first place, yeah.
Yeah. But the problem is then the mods become, Mussolini because once you clean out the community, they need to justify their job. So, they put on their black armbands and say vote blue no matter who, and you have to follow a puritanical rule. It's like I remember when Democrats used to rail against all forms of censorship, even when it was stuff we didn't like or was unpalatable. But they suddenly decided that they were going to there were too many people on their side starting to get exposed for a bit of swanky. Let's just say Clinton doing a 17-year-old girl was the fact that was something that most people actually overlooked, the age of Monica Lewinsky, and so they had to quickly shove that under the rug. But then you have I forget his name. Was it the mayor of DC or LA, the one who was caught with the 15-year-old girl?
Not sure.
I know it was between the two. I know it was just coming on, and between Clinton and a couple of scandals with drugs and the things going on in California, and I hate to say it, but when Bush came in, everybody was upbeat. They thought, we're going to have a return to Reagan-style Republicans, because Democrats realized that Reagan-style Republicans weren't actually that bad. But Bush, man, did they play him like a fiddle. I mean, Dick Cheney, you look at Dick Cheney and you go, wow, I didn't see it until now. He is a Democrat. He's always been a Democrat.
Yep.
He was the poison pill. He was there to make sure the Democrats got their war but see, I didn't know back then, but I would have shared the heck out of it because I would have told everybody, hey, did you know Dick Cheney when Bill was working with Joe Biden to get a war in Iraq since 98? A lot of people didn't know that, yet it's all there on C-SPAN. But that's the problem when there's too much information. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm sure there's things that a lot of people don't like about Donald Trump, which are fair. I mean, not everybody is going to look at things logically. There are a lot of people who are going to be emotional about the way he talks, the way he looks, but those are superficial. And aren't you the guys who say don't judge people by their looks or it's just...
No, you're not allowed to judge them by their looks. That's what it is.
That's it. like Helen being at the freak off party with lining up to be with a black man. I thought you were. I thought you liked carpet there, Ellen. Mind you, there's a lot of white men are going out there looking at Ellen, going, "Yep, you can have her." Oh, doesn't she look like a Nosferatu? She does. If you've seen that movie, you'll understand what I mean. Ed Wood, Nosferatu. It's like,
Well, I mean, I've not seen the movie, but like, I know who you're talking about, the character, the vampire.
yeah, because Nosferatu was like the ugliest vampire in history. It was like, wow, Hollywood went all the way to make this guy look like real ugly. Like everything. But I get it, right? If people are going to be superficial, okay, you're superficial, but have a standard. Don't be, oh, I hate Trump for what he did, and then say, oh, Bill, he's such a perfect angel. Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Clinton did a lot for women.
Bitch.
Don't you mean two?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you mean two. And I mean, I thought you believed all victims, except when Hillary Clinton denounced them, except when they're Clinton accusers, right?
Yep.
And again, it's like, please have a standard. And they say, oh, but Republicans. No, I've always stood against corrupt Republicans, I mean, I
Right.
always thought Dick Cheney was a bad choice, but he was thrust upon him, and you got to take what you get, I mean, that's the problem with party politics is the party thinks, oh, we need to, we need this certain vote, and the only person, but why Dick Cheney? I hate when the answer is it was his turn. It's like, no, bro,
It was his turn.
Yeah.
Just like it was Hillary's turn.
Yeah, just because it's his turn. It's like, no, bro, that's not a good enough answer. I don't accept your terms. But again, it's hindsight. It's 20/20 vision. But if you've seen True Colors, it's actually admission by Hollywood. They knew Clinton was a perv who went after girls between 15 and 17. Allegedly.
Allegedly. We got to make sure to say allegedly. I don't want two holes in the back of my head.
Allegedly. Suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so kind, they think of the children that they make sure they don't leave the gun behind.
Right.
Think of the children.
Stinking PlayStation. What's up, Anime Night?
Hey.
So you go to the Xbox, man.
You're muted.
Get
I
that
can't hear you. Yeah, I mean, Xbox, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's nothing to me. I don't care who buys what.
I wonder if I could... If I had Xbox, I wonder if it would play better. Because it'd be, like, online.
I know people say...
My issue is the internet. The upload speed sucks where I live.
Yeah.
I have huge download speed, but I have, like, low upload speed.
Which is common for most areas. Even mine, I had to pay.
What's up, Cool Frog over on Rumble? Good morning. How are you?
I had to pay a little bit extra on my internet to get a high upload.
Really?
Yeah,
but then they gave me a speed boost.
I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
Well, I completed my challenge. Killed the 7 dudes with a shotgun.
Mhm.
Nice.
I mean, it's not like I have to do it. I just do it just something to do. It's better than like, was it Overwatch? Well, at least when I played Overwatch, I could get a a loot box out of every once in a while. But now those are gone. Loot boxes are gone.
Well, they're
I don't even
illegal.
care if it's free or not. Yeah.
They're illegal in some countries because it does actually, it has been shown to cause children to become gambling
Gambling.
addicts. Yeah.
Yep.
Now and again, Karen does spot something that is out of place and actually does do a correlation between cause and effect and go, hey, wait a minute, all these kids with these loot boxes are all seem to be going from game to game with loot boxes. Okay, it's creating an addiction. And they look into it further and they find they're stealing their parents' credit cards. And so, yeah, I think it was a good idea to shut down loot boxes.
Yeah,
Why
I mean, yeah, because I always remember
This
like
is
that happened with my
why-
aunt. Like her son did that.
Yeah.
This is why I buy bundles. Like it's all right there. I don't need to spend money for a box that probably has like a 50-50 chance of me getting the actual item rather than the same shirt I have 300 copies of.
Yeah. And again, hey, that's why I like Doom. You want a skin? There's modders out there, or there's actual editors out there now that let you load skins, you know? There used to be people in the Doom community who say, hey, can you load this onto a skin? No worries. You'd find it. Sometimes it costs you a $5, but that's about it.
Yeah, little something,
people
something.
Yeah, a little something, something. You know, people on Fiverr saying, hey, you know, I've got a $5, go through my Fiverr and I'll do your Doom skin, you know, or a Skyrim or whatever, you know. Skinners, there are skinners still, I think, on Fiverr. But these days, there's just, you can't go to the mod community and say, hey, give me an anime girl in bikini, because they'll say, nah, I can't do it because Big Brother's over my shoulder, you know?
Yep.
But still, there's a few places on the internet where you want a skin, you can still get some.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, the only modern I do it is, you know, for the Xbox for Fallout 4. That's literally about it. I can do it for
Yeah,
Strikers now that
exactly.
I'm sorry, not Striker, Stalker. The Stalker series, because they got put it on Xbox and they allow mods, but I haven't looked at them yet.
I heard Stalker's actually an old game, but they got a new version out for the Xbox. Yeah, it's Stalker 3, isn't it? But they don't call it Stalker 3. They call it S.T.
No, it's a Stalker. It is Stalker 2. It's just it hasn't been released. I think it comes out. It's supposed to come out in November. I think.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
it's 2.
Oh, is it 2? So the second one is only an update for the first, and then there's Stalker 2.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's Stalker. I think then there's Stalker, like Clear Skies, and I forgot what the other one was called. Something Chernobyl.
Yeah. Oh, so they might be DLCs then, because I've seen it. It's like,
yeah, I mean,
I've seen the bundle, but I haven't looked into it. And I was thinking, why is there Stalker S.T. Why is there Stalker 2? It's just Stalker 2, you know, it's coming soon. It's like, what?
Well, it's just like I said, they updated it.
Yeah, because originally with Doom, Doom 2 was originally going to be a DLC, you know, one of the first, you know, where they just say, hey, because they knew they could do mods, right? Didn't take, you know, at first you didn't have mods for Doom 2. You had only mods for Doom 2, but pretty much people found out it was, oh wow, you can, you know, there was somebody created a hack program that loaded the mods into it. Originally, mods were hacking programs that altered other programs, and they got outlawed for a while because of the V wall, the wall of V in Frank. I forget which one it was. It wasn't actually in Doom. It was I think it was Castle Wolfenstein, where where the wall, instead of every wall was a close up of a woman's vagina. The outrage! I can just remember the outrage. You know, we
Man,
gotta clean up the internet.
there's
you
always
know,
someone
like,
getting mad about something.
there's always somebody, man, who's at something. It's like, man, I remember the outrage. And there was this guy, he used to have a TV late night talk show, and he brought the editor of Clio on. And he asked her a question. He says, you want to shut down men's magazines? Yes. You want to shut them down because they objectify women sexually? And she goes, yes. And then he brought on the naked man. And he says, isn't this your Clean Playmate of the Month? And she got him fired from television.
Two more satchels.
Woohoo!
What?
Just remember.
Congratulations on your satchel.
I heard satchel, and I was thinking satchel charge or
Satchel.
something.
Hey,
Satchel charge.
Oh shoot! I didn't realize I turned my camera off. Anyway, hey, I have my son's like I got to go meet my wife. They're doing something with the other part of the family. I got to go meet up with her. She just called or texted. I'm gonna run and do that, so I'm gonna cut us about a half an hour short. However, Monday, I am tentatively planning coffee and gaming Monday morning. He pushed us back from coming in from 7 to noon that on Monday. So I'll have pretty much all morning to play coffee and gaming, and get all my affairs in order, get packed and stuff. We're heading out of town it's a training.
Exercise,
For me,
yeah.
it's training. For him, it's the job. So, which is cool because my boss is actually like my long-time friend. So we're driving out of state. Monday night we're crashing. We got a hotel, and then on Tuesday morning we have a few sites we hit, and then we'll be back home Tuesday afternoon, evening, maybe. Just depends on how long it takes for the job site. So, it's really cool. Get to go do fun. Get to go like train, get paid for it, get learning experience, get to hang out with my bro, and then good time. So, coffee and gaming Monday morning if David's free. If not, I'll just do it by myself. Whatever. But it'll be Monday. I guess it'll be Monday night for you. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I
I'll be at work,
froze?
of course. No, are you?
Is David froze? Am I froze?
I'm not.
Can you hear me?
Frozen.
No.
Okay, I guess
thought it
I was
frozen.
froze.
Yeah.
I was froze, I guess.
Yeah, I said I'd probably see you there.
Oh,
This
If you haven't
sucks.
noticed, I got myself
Can you
a
guys hear me?
background
Did y'all hear anything I just said?
yeah.
Yeah.
About the job. Yeah, about Monday. Yeah.
Man, everything's jacked
I
up,
heard
and
it.
I can't see nothing.
I heard it.
Everybody's frozen.
there he goes
Is
again.
that any better? Did that fix it? Is that any better?
I mean, I hear you and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
sounds okay
Yeah.
to me.
Did you hear me at all? Like, did you hear the things that like I was saying?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going
about
on a
your
field trip.
going in at noon.
Yeah, going in on a field trip. You can have a
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make
Get
sure I didn't
paid.
have to repeat myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we heard
Okay,
everything.
I just didn't know if I had to repeat myself.
No,
Okay,
you just had to
okay,
take a
cool.
long pause. Yeah, the long pause, and then you say, "Do I need to repeat myself?"
I
And
didn't know
thought,
if I like roboted out or glitched or whatever. So
No,
Yeah.
no. No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, coffee and gaming Saturday morning or Monday morning. Gosh, geez. Coffee and gaming Monday morning, 7 a.m. If that works for you, David.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Does that work for David?
Yeah,
I
pretty
can't
sure.
hear
It does.
him say anything. He's frozen.
Yeah, he's saying
For
pretty
me.
sure. He's saying it's pretty sure. He's pretty sure. That's what he said.
Okay. All right, then. Cool. And everybody else is welcome to join too.
Yay! One up for the middle class.
Tab's
Woo!
roboting out for me.
Middle class gang. Oh my god! Of course it is.
I was born
Middle
in
class gang.
Yeah, the middle class gang. We are the bougie.
Okay, I'm gonna end it because everybody's roboting out.
I'm gonna go.
To
have
me,
a-
to me, it's roboting.
like
I'm
Obama.
guessing to y'all, it's good. It's probably my internet that sucks.
I'm gonna drink a beer like I'm in the middle class. I was.
Bye bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jimbo.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you. You gotta do better than that. I love you.